Hello Internet, Ed from Iridium Solutions. We're on the pipeline today, and today I wanted to talk to you about hypothermia in a trauma situation. Now, even in a regular first aid situation, hypothermia is something that can happen to anyone, anytime, any temperature. And that takes a little bit for people to sort of wrap their minds around. It's plus 26 degrees out here today, so it's hot. And you would think that, hey, there's no way that I could get so cold that, I could be hypothermic. Well, it's not the case. And so there's a couple reasons why. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit. So when it comes to massive blood loss, okay, once your body starts losing enough blood volume, it goes into shock. And it starts doing the same things as it would if it was just cold, right? The blood can't get to the places it needs to get to regulate your temperature. You don't have the volume of fluids in your body to assist with that. So you're hypothermic. That's why we say if it's massive hemorrhage, they're hypothermic. Okay? They either are or aren't, but we're going to treat them as such. Hypothermia, for most sort of responders at a basic level, is going to be putting a space blanket around somebody, a Mylar blanket, some other form of active warming. Important note, active warming is required. You can't just sort of put a blanket on them and consider them good to go. Grabber hand warmers, them little hot hands things, or warming up fluids and putting them close to people or putting other people next to them. Active warming systems are what is necessary, because these people are hypothermic because their body has lost the ability to make and distribute the heat. Burn victims. Out here on the pipeline where there's lots of welding, high heat, heating with torches, vehicle exhausts, vehicles that get really warm when they're running for hours and hours out in the sun. Burns are a pretty common thing. It's not common to get them. We don't get a lot of injuries out here, but when there are injuries, burns are, they're one of the ones we deal with. If a person has a significant portion of their skin burnt, the body's going to react the same way. Okay, the body can't use that area of skin to do all the thermal regulation that it normally does, and then you're in shock. And if you're in shock, well, you're hypothermic. So even for burn victims with large burns, we're going to go ahead and treat them as if they're hypothermic. That is the thing to do to increase their chances of survival. Medical studies say that in the US, approximately 40% of burn victims arrive at a hospital hypothermic. We can help that at the point of injury and the point of care and the point of transport if we pre-think it, pre-plan it, and put simple, robust, and effective lessons, programs, procedures in place. If you're in Canada and you work on a job site, or blood in your body, breath in your lungs, and you do things, well, the place for you to come and learn about that stuff is with us. Iridium Solutions has a training course called Control Massive Bleeding, and I'm doing hill climbing stuff. That's why I'm talking like this, like it's, exercise and effort, because it is. So we have a course called Control Massive Bleeding, which is an introduction to tactical emergency casualty care, which sounds super cool, but it is beyond basic first aid. It's the extra stuff, the stuff that you need to know early, the interventions that you can make as a bystander, as a responder, as a team member, teammate, to help somebody who's having a really rough day make it through and really improve their chances. If you're in America, I recommend you go check out Refuge Training, Refuge Medical. Solid people down there. They're doing the same sort of thing. They base their courses a lot on the TCCC, Tactical Combat Casualty Care guidelines, but they're the same. The TECC guidelines that we teach ours to are adapted from the TCCC guidelines. So there's a lot of crossover between what we're doing and what they're doing, and they're solid folks. If you would like to sign up for a course, the website is iridiumsolutions.ca. You can email me, info@iridiumsolutions.ca, if you'd like to have me come to you in Canada. You're gonna have to have enough people with you to make the trip worth it. So you and 7 or 8 of your team workers, friends, family, however that should be. And we'll teach you about tourniquets, pressure bandages, airway management, circulation management, respiration management, hypothermia, like we're talking about today, head injuries, and a whole host of other things that are useful, even outside of a sort of tactical and, professional law enforcement environment. You can see I'm wearing industrial work clothing because I'm doing industrial work stuff, like many of you do, I presume, on a daily basis. So come check us out. We might have exactly what you need to help save a life. Until next time, remember to get outside, enjoy the beauty we have, stay hydrated, keep getting after it.